Hello, everyone. My name is Yongkang. I'm a lead cloud native SE custom by Veeam, covering the Asia Pacific region. So I am 27 times multi-cloud certified, and I'm very passionate about cloud technologies. Today, I'm going to show you how to build an Azure Kubernetes Service, short as AKS, on Azure China via the web portal. So before I get started, I show you there is a little bit of preparation tasks. So first of all, you need to have an Azure Cloud account. That means since we are going to build from Azure China, you need to have an account with Azure China with enough access permissions. So secondly, just all you need is Azure. It's just a web browser, any one of the supported web browser. And you might also need to have the kubectl command line tools installed. Since it's Azure, you need to have the Azure CLI installed as well. So here are the steps to build an AKS cluster from Azure portal. So first of all, you log into Azure Portal China. So you can access via portal.azure.cn. You might want to create a resource group first. You don't have to, but when you create an AKS cluster, actually, it does give you option to create a resource group first. Okay, that's the high level steps. Let me jump to the console to show you how to create an AKS cluster from the web portal. So you go to portal.azure.cn and press enter. If you haven't signed in, you will be asked to log in. I already signed in. So first of all, I want to create a AKS cluster. You can click create a resource, or you can go to the left up corner, click the menu here. You choose create AKS, create a resource. And from here, you can choose the resource you want to create. So AKS is part of the virtual machine, I believe. But if you are not sure, you can type a Kubernetes from here. So here we go. The first one is the Kubernetes Service. That's the Azure AKS. So I click that. And now all I need to do is click create. So first of all, select your Azure subscription. I only have one here. I really want to put in a separate resource group. So I click create new and give a name resource group RG for Yong1 and click OK. And your cluster name. I give a name AKS for Yong1. That's my cluster name. And the region, since it's Azure China. So right now, I can choose Azure China East 2 or Azure China North 2. I choose East 2. I believe East 2, that's from Shanghai. Kubernetes version. I don't really need to go to the latest preview version, but I might choose the most latest stable version, 1.21.2. And node size. The size, as you can see, if I leave it as DS2 V2, it says this size is currently unavailable in this location. So I change the size. Sorry, it's a little bit slow here. Since I'm actually living in Singapore and we are accessing the Azure China region from China. Looks like a text. Okay, where are the VM size? Okay, here are the VM size. I'm gonna choose one of the VM. I don't really need too much CPU. Let me choose the B2MS. So the B2MS, it's a very good option. So you got a 2 CPU AG memory. For the testing purposes, it should be all right. So I choose this. Looks like this one is not available in this region. Okay, if that's the case, let me choose another one. Size not available. So which size is available? Yeah, it looks like I don't have the access to any one of the VMs, VM size from East China to region. Let me switch to China North to region. So I can also choose the 1.21.2. That's the latest stable version. For the node size, so do I really need to choose a DS2 V2? It has 2 vCPU, 7 GB memory. It cost me 744 Chinese renminbi. I'm going to choose V2MS. I got a 2 CPU, 8 GB memory. It only costs less than 300 Chinese yuan. So let me select this one. And for the scaling, I'm going to choose the auto scale. By default, I give it 1 node. And maximum, I might need 3 nodes, for example. And click next, configure the node pool. So the agent pool, you can customize if you want. So if you don't want to change anything, just leave it as it for now. So if you want to customize, click the agent pool. Yeah. From here, you can customize your node count. And you can also choose the maximum of how many pods per node you are allowing. So the value can be from as low as 10 up to 250. And you can also customize the OS system. So for now, I just leave it as it is for now. Click cancel. And I'm going to move to next step, authentication. Yeah, I just use the system assigned management identity, role-based access control. I'm not going to use Azure AD right now. Encryption type, leave it as default for now. Next, networking. So what type of networking you're using? I just use a Kubernetes for now. And the DNS, I use the default name here. I don't need any other advanced settings for now. Click next for the integration. Container registry. Do I need to create a container registry? You can customize, you can reconfigure later. I don't need it right now. And the container monitoring, I don't need it right now either. Azure policy, I choose not to enable for now. Tags, you might want to choose the tags. The owner is Yom. Okay, click next to review and create. So after you review the page, basically you're ready to click create to start creating the AKS cluster. So it's still loading the, it actually running some final validation. Once validated, you're ready to go. So let's see how it goes. So it looks like it takes a couple of minutes to validate the whole configurations. So now it shows the validation passed. I can go ahead, click create. So now Azure actually started to create the AKS service for us. And the step might take around 10 minutes. Let's wait and see. As you can see, the deployment is in progress. Looks like Azure China is running pretty fast. It's only take a couple minutes. The deployment has been completed. And let's see, if I click go to resources, it will show you the AKS cluster, all of the resources. And where, if I click the node pool here, I should have 3 nodes. Yes, I got 3 nodes. Yeah, all up running and ready status. So it looks like all good. And if I want to verify the cluster configuration, you can check. I got to 1.21.2. So now let me come back to the slide deck. So I already created the AKS cluster. So the next step, I will show you how to log into Azure and download the kube configuration files. First of all, from the command line, I will log into VS Code. So for those of you who are not aware, VS Code is very popular, Visual Studio Code. So I use quite often as my terminal. So first of all, you need to change the cloud environment to Azure China Cloud if you haven't set it yet. So just run the command az cloud set -n Azure China Cloud. If you want to switch back, you just change the name to Azure Cloud. Okay, and the second step, you need to run az login to log into Azure China. And how to retrieve the kube configure? You just run the command az AKS get credentials -g rg for Yongkang. That's my resource group name, followed by -n. That's my cluster name, AKS for Yongkang. Yeah, that's all I need. And you might want to check the cluster status from a command line. So this is a command to check the cluster status. You just run kubectl get nodes. You can get the node status. So let me switch to my VS Code. Actually, not this screen, should be the other screen, yes. So the first thing I want to do is az cloud. So I want to set my cloud region to Azure China Cloud. Okay. So it looks like it has been successfully switched Active Cloud to Azure China Cloud. Now I can do az login. So once I click the az login, it will launch a web browser, allow it to log in. I choose my account. This is my account name. And it says you have already logged into Microsoft Azure. Yeah, because I got another session. It's already logged in. So it should be all good now. Let me come back to the command line. Over here, yes, it is successfully logged in. So now I want to get my credentials, az AKS, get credentials, my group name, RG for Yongkang, my class name, AKS for Yongkang. Okay, press enter. Now we are going to, yeah, you can see we are merged the AKS for Yongkang to my local kube config file. So if I do a kubectl config get contacts, you are expecting to see AKS for Yongkang now showing active. That's my current context. So if I want to verify my node status, you can run kubectl get nodes. So you can see I got 3 work nodes right now, or up running, and it's ready. And all of them are running 1.21 1.2. That's my version. So now if I head back to my slide deck, you can see I already logged into Azure portal. I actually logged into Azure CLI, and I also retrieved the kubeconfig. Now I can go ahead to deploy application in AKS Cloud. So what I need to do is I actually need to create a YAML file. It's called Azure -vote.yaml file. I will copy an existing YAML file. And the second step is you're going to run kubecontrol to apply the YAML file. And then you can monitor the progress of the service by the command kubectl get service Azure Vote from. You can -- watch to monitor the status. And finally, you're expecting to see the external IP address will be assigned, and then you can go to the browser to access the service. Let me come back to the Azure VS Code. So now I want to create a YAML file called Azure Vote.yaml. I use VI, or you can use any one of your familiar tools. So I need to copy the YAML file up to here. It's a little bit long, so it's up here. So I copy and paste it here. So just verify everything good. So save the YAML file. Now run kubectl, apply the YAML file, Azure Vote. So you are expecting to see there are a couple of services are created. So first of all, you got the deployment. So Azure Vote backend, and you got the service, and you got the deployment front end, and also the front end service. So now we can run kubectl get service Azure Vote front, my front end. You can -- watch. You can watch the status. Oh, actually, it is so quick. And we already got the external IP address. I copy the external IP address, come back to my web portal. I just paste my IP address, press enter. So now you're expecting to see the Azure Vote app should be up running. So let's wait and see. Do I need a HTTP? Let me put the HTTP for now. No, it doesn't take HTTP. Oh yeah, it's coming, yeah. So that demonstrated how you can quickly deploy an application into Azure AKS Cluster. So you might choose cats or dogs, so whatever you want to do. So it's a very simple application, got the Redis in the backend. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I want to show you for now. So just to include a few reference links here. So if you want to check the documentation, so here is a link to Azure China AKS documentations. So there is a quick start how to deploy AKS cluster using Azure portal. You got a direct link here. And coming next, so I'm planning to do next time to deploy a sample database into AKS cluster. And also I will show you how you can deploy a very easy to use Kubernetes backup tool in your AKS cluster, plus also show you how you can quickly restore the containers running on your AKS cluster. That's all I want to cover for now. I really appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. So feel free to reach me out if you have any questions or any suggestions, any comments. Thanks once again. Have a good day. Bye.